My name is Katira Speed, and I did my informative speech on dog chaining. And I have a visual to go along with it. If you saw a thin, scrawny dog with a chain embedded in his neck, left him outside in the freezing cold weather, you would do what you could to save it, right? Dog chaining is a form of animal abuse if not done properly. Many dog owners who keep their dogs outside chained up majority of the time think that it's okay. This topic is important to me because I care about animals that live outside. And people fool themselves into believing dogs enjoy living outside and they eventually get used to it. And that's not the case for most dogs. Chaining your dog outside makes the dog extremely vulnerable to inclement weather, harsh environment, cruel people, and other dog attacks. While the dogs are living in these cruel conditions, the dogs often become violent and attack people who approach them. With the chained dogs living in such extreme conditions, it is known to cause changes in their behavior. The dog's behavior often changes due to the lack of interaction with the owner, the family, or from being chained outside the majority of his life. Chained dogs are likely to attack because they are often abandoned and isolated. Nearly every dog who spends a serious amount of time chained will suffer some type of temperament problems. A chained dog is unable to take flight, so the other option is to fight. Now that you know the seriousness of dog chaining, I will talk about how a dog should be chained well, or how most people leave them with improper shelter. Most people do not have shelter for the outside dogs that are chained, which is supposed to protect them from inclement weather. As you can see in this picture, this dog, I don't know, doesn't really have a house, but it's left in the cold. You can see something is wrong with his leg. You can see his ribs are showing. And he has a rope, it looks like a jump rope tied to his neck, and it's probably literally in his neck. And it's a puppy on a chain. This is an improper chain. The dog looks dirty, sick. So in the freezing temperatures, dogs should be able to move into their house to protect them from freezing to death. And during the scorching hot summers, a dog should be able to move into the shade and have bowls of water. Dogs often, they often suffer from things like this because, some people really don't care. They think that their dog is fine outside and it's okay in this type of weather, but that's not the case until they walk outside and they see their dogs frozen to death or dead from, these hot temperatures. So being that their territory is limited in space, they do not have a way of escaping danger. And dogs are forced to live their lives chained up, which, can have an emotional effect on them and mental effect. This may affect people that try to rescue the dogs because, the dog thinking, they have to protect themselves in their territory as the people are approaching them. And this affects them, getting adopted when they're in the animal shelter because of that behavior. And I've seen it happen because I volunteered, at the animal shelter, and I've seen dogs that just don't get accepted, or they're not, they don't get adopted because, they're so wild, or they're just used to the lifestyle they used to have while they were chained up. Okay. And as you can see from these examples, it may be hard, for them to be adopted. Just imagine the pain and suffering that these chained animals had to endure alone. And then alone that should make you want to change their situation. The end.